Boom. Success. We're just joining in from what was a very smooth, no issue tech test. A very intense half an hour. No guesses on who was most of the trouble. You're looking crisp now though, Jimmy. You're looking crisp.
Yeah.
Don't
He's safe.
I knew I'd get you.
Happy Tuesday to everybody in the chat. Let's have a quick hello in the chat before we get started. Kulchi is in from about 2 o'clock today, something like that.
6 hours ago, I believe.
6 hours ago. Appreciate you, Kulchi. Pokenation Air, what's happening, my friend? Hope you're good. Phantom Pulls is in, who got to meet for the first time. And Aaron, I got to meet for the first time at the show. Beautiful people. Pokekai is in, as always. Shane and probably Amber in as well. My wife is in. Gary's in. What's going on, Gary? Evan is in. Bran is in. All the usual crew are in.
Greetings.
Conrad's Kjards is in as well.
Yards.
Haley's in. We're back to watch later. No worries, Haley. Appreciate you. Bran wants to know if we all recovered from the Dublin card show. I just woke up.
Still struggling.
Collector Mon is in. What's going on? Sean Hodgins. Ron, you sound like you know.
Hodgie.
I don't know you, Hodgie, but welcome in.
Next time, Phantom.
Good to see you. Perfect. We'll do before we do a little intro. We're gonna quickly pass the spotlight to Ron. Ron, do you wanna? Are you ready?
Oh yeah. So obviously, I had the giveaway with the wonderful people over at Candy Cards. Now, it kind of went really well, so they've decided to give me a full-on discount code of just a nice 3% off their account of site-wide any products you want to get. The code is RonCollects3. Use it at I presume the very end where it looks for a discount code. Now I'm no expert, but I guess that's where it'll be. But yeah, so they've been very sound to give a nice little cheeky discount to all my followers. So appreciate you guys. If you want to use it, have a look at their stuff. The packaging speaks for itself. It's class. And if you want to see the packaging, go and look on my page, and you'll see me doing a nice little opening of their stuff on just before Christmas. So yeah, have a look, see what you think.
Unbelievable
That's
stuff.
it.
Unbelievable stuff. I'm proud of you, Ron.
Congrats, dude.
Thanks, lads.
Thanks, lads. Can't wait till we get. So so everybody gets 3% discount, and we get 10. Is that what you said? Perfect.
Yeah, sure.
You guys are getting 10.
Podcast bonus. Yeah.
No, it is class. And to be fair, Candy Cards, their store is stacked as well. So I'll definitely.
And we've got big plans.
Oh. Right, this podcast isn't about you, Ron, but we'll talk later.
Well.
Do we go back in a few, lads, or what's the story?
Quickly, as always, Lunatic, Kulchi TCG with the 5 gifted membership.
Go on to Kulchi.
I appreciate you, Kulchi. You're a good man. By the way, Dylan, Steve Butcher said, please don't make a show of Crystal.
Yeah, trying to tell that every week. It's an ongoing endeavour.
All right, let's jump in to episode 16. Jesus, it's going quick.
Getting old.
Ready for
having fun.
My regular impromptu intro that I never prepare, but I think I'm getting good at the quick making up on the spot. We'll see how this one goes. Good luck, Dylan. I hope it does you justice. All right, episode 16, we have Ron Collects and Jimmy from Kellyog's Cards with us today. And our guest star of the show is Dylan, representing Crystal Cards and Crystal Card Show. Crystal Card Show, what a success last year. Only makes sense to have someone represent the show on the podcast, tell us how wonderful and painful it was to set it up, and the wonderful and beautiful plans for the next one. That wasn't a bad intro. I could have done better, I think, but it wasn't too bad.
I liked it.
No one seems satisfied with that.
I wouldn't be giving it a 10 now, but it wouldn't.
8.2.
I wouldn't be playing either.
All All right, let's start off with a question. I think it was Bran asked. Let's go back to that. How's the recovery?
From Saturday, rough,
Yeah.
very rough. Yeah, it's you almost feel like you need to go in and do a whole night of stretching after any of the card shows. It's just non-stop. And Saturday was mania. I've never seen anything like it.
Saturday was
nuts.
mental. But the same for you, Jimmy. Because you were vending as well.
Yeah, Saturday was a tough one. Saturday was definitely the busiest show we've seen up there anyway. But like judging by your video, it was manic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I went in the door. We got in about just after 10:30, general admission was 10:15, wasn't it? I think, yeah, and we were in just after that, and met someone at the door, had a quick chat at the door, and then the goal was to do a quick lap, like a vlog lap. 12 o'clock I finished. Now there was a lot of chatting in between as well, but like and I felt bad because I was just, some tables I couldn't even, like I like trying to give people a shout out. Some tables I couldn't even see. I couldn't even see the people behind the desk. It was crazy busy. Good to see the hobby being that strong, but my God, it was jammed.
It was nuts. Telling you boys, early access, the only job.
Well, you got a nice Merlin box as well.
Yeah, savage VIP box. It was deadly. Like I think the box that was in it was worth about 40 quid.
What you got now?
There was a gem volume 4, I think, or 5, the one with the Rapidash, the new one, simplified Chinese pack. There was a couple of UEFA packs. There was a couple of football packs. There was even a baseball pack, and then I think 2 other Japanese Pokemon packs. And they had a box of tops. It was Merlin. It was this year's Merlin, something to do with the Premiership. I'm not sure exactly, but it was full box, like, and it's worth about 40 quid, so it was class.
Jesus, you were going to give away a Bitcoin in each of ours, but like if
Yeah.
no, that's up there.
I cancelled the holiday and get early access.
Yeah.
I mean, the early access doesn't benefit you two guys at all. Like, you're vending.
No,
early
you're
access
vendor.
or not.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
We just get people coming up and showing us what they got.
Yeah.
What for you guys? What's the early access like? Do you find it much quieter, or is it still just a big crowd starting to come in?
You can only talk to so many people at a time anyway. It's a case of like you just don't have as much of a queue, but you're still really, really busy from the get-go.
Yeah.
As a buyer, it's a big benefit.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm definitely doing it next time. I did it
What were the
once.
times like in general to get the tables?
It was grand, like for the early entry. Oh yeah, it was.
Outside, like kind of in comparison, what was it like beforehand and then afterwards once all hell broke loose?
Well, the queue outside for the early access was still even big, but it moved really quick. And then the other queue for general was nearly twice as big, even at the early access time. So it was nuts. Like before I had gone in, when I had just gone in, the queue was huge, and that was 45 minutes till opening.
Sorry, just a quick one there. Jimmy, do you have the podcast on in the background?
No, I'll do this to me again.
It's. Do you remember that thing where it was like playing
Give him the buzz.
through
I
your?
can hear the hum.
Every time we talk, we can kind of hear the mumble coming through.
Don't say that.
And at the start, I was like, okay, it's not too bad. We could probably ignore it, but it sounds like there's a bumblebee in your headset.
Not again.
Like,
Feeling a lot better about my tech issues now.
Yeah, this is an ongoing issue with me.
we can hear you fine, and you're crystal clear. No pun intended, Dylan.
Yeah.
But it's just every time one of us talk, it's like a bumblebee is mimicking us.
Yeah.
Conrad says, check your bingo card. Jimmy with the audio issues.
Yeah, that's it. Nailed it.
Hello?
Yeah, don't know what to tell you.
Can you remember the setup you had for the last one?
Well,
pretty much
that could be better. That might be it. No.
No.
it sounds like someone's on a life support machine.
Oh, they laugh for Saturday.
Genuinely,
Yeah.
there's definitely people that come in now to the podcast going, I can't wait for the audio issues this week.
Why not?
People have been checking their own headphones, just going, there's something on my end there.
It's definitely me again on that.
Conrad said at the next show he's gonna do a trade with you, but for the cards he's gonna give you a microphone.
It's only dudes. Don't know what it's doing. Right, go on. Sure, look, I'll knock the heads off and see.
Turn.
Like even the volume, is the volume up on your phone or whatever you're watching it on, or are you watching it on something else?
No, I'm not watching it. I literally have nothing else open.
Drop the headset for a second. See. I think that's what it is. It's our noise is going through the headset and then back into. Did he just leave?
Still here, can you?
Yeah.
I can hear you, yeah.
Yeah. Can you still hear the noise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. There goes the PG setting in there.
Yeah, so any kids watching, beep.
I was wondering, because I was going to ask, because there's been a couple of times where I've just about got myself.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, it's
proud
easy
of you.
to
I will say, because I know Shane's in the chat, it's highly likely that my good friend Amber is watching. So
also very highly likely that I'll mic curse.
listen, it's live. We're Irish. It's expected. It's all good. Just don't like mother.
Yeah.
Depends what you ask me then. Depends what you ask me. No promises.
Fair.
Can we group in and get send money in for the? We set up a GoFundMe for Jimmy's audio setup. Just in case you haven't heard before, Dylan. In college, Jimmy studied sound engineering.
With a view to destroy it all from the inside.
Still that, are we?
No,
that's
I think
good.
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
You reckon that's gonna?
Yeah.
A1.
Right. Okay.
Jimmy.
He's a bit distant, but to be honest, it's just you're perfect.
Is it gone all bad
Oh
again?
no, wait,
is it?
you're good.
That's
Oh,
actually
it's perfect.
Oh, you
that's
did it.
A1.
Now, get a pen and paper, write down what exactly is happening right now, and do the same thing next time.
Cover everything in hairspray.
That's Conrad's bingo card sorted. Jimmy ruins it and then finds a way.
No, you're perfect now. We're perfect. We can carry on. Dylan, apologies. The spotlight was taken off you due to the usual shenanigans.
Sorry, Dylan.
Suits me, don't worry.
Right, that's bedtime now, 10 to 9. Right, see you then.
I thought you only had 15 minutes left, didn't I?
You did actually. Yeah, listen, thanks for your time. Payment will be in the post. But everyone in the chat, hold off with the GoFundMe for now. We could be okay. He might not need the tech equipment yet. Just hold on.
Well,
Pokekai asks, is it nearly your communion? And they can all send you a load of money in a card.
I wish I was that young.
All right, let's finally talk to our guest. 20 minutes after the podcast has started. Dylan, thank you for joining. How are you today?
I am fantastic. That's how we get on.
Good. Are you genuinely recovered? Do you feel like you got enough sleep to?
Oh, the legs are still a bit stiff now, but yeah, I do it again tomorrow. But not today. You're not going away.
Yeah. Is it are you the same as everybody else? It's so enjoyable from that side of the table.
Yeah, it's unreal. It'd be nice to have a minute to kind of run around and say hello and chat to a few people too, but it's just today goes by so quick. It feels like it's 5 minutes. They're done.
Time flies when you're just busy. It's just
just chatting to people non-stop. It's all quick, 20, 30-second conversations, but it's hundreds and just again and again.
It does. I do often just like watch for a minute, and like it reminds me of like a barman on like a Saturday night, and it's literally just 10 people just staring at you, like literally, like
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you get that one beautiful person that says, "Can I trade?" Yeah, what have you got? 50 cards that I didn't price.
Have you them priced? No.
Yeah.
Nope.
Which I assume is the
And then-
equivalent of the barman getting the order of, "Can I get 18 cocktails, all different, please?"
that part of it isn't the worst part. That's grand. It's after you've priced everything up and you've explained it, and then you give the offer and they go, "Nah." You just go
Yeah, I shop around. Yeah.
going up to the bar, ordering your shorts, waiting for them to be put down, then ordering 10 Guinness, waiting for them to be put down, and then going, you just do this for free, don't you? You know, it's yeah, that's the real fun of it.
I genuinely watch this and I'm just like, that's mental. Like, it's mental. Like, I think what I kind of liked was the way there was a queue at Poke Bundles, and it wasn't the like layers of people just trying to barge in. It was literally just one straight line across the table, and as they were done, obviously you can't
Yeah, it
just
was
have queues for
respectful.
everybody, you know. But
I know, to be fair, him and Poke, I love to be fair, just be brilliant for it as well, where it's probably the only bit of sanity you see at a card show is just kind of a little queue going around the table, and everything else is just take what you can. But it was kind of like there was bits and pieces of it as well, in that sense that obviously in the centre tables there's not a lot you can do. You can't really have people queuing like that.
Yeah.
But on the boots, well, I say boots, I didn't even see Pokemon table or even get a chance to say hello to them. But them kind of ones that are out and a little bit isolated,
Yeah, they're joy, yeah.
yeah.
a bit more freedom.
Look, Dylan, we'll jump back to the start, if you don't mind. We'll get to know you a bit, because I think, if correct me if I'm wrong, the only time people may have actually seen you is when you're vending or at a microphone at your card show. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
What's the story? Who's Dylan?
Dylan, one of the owners of Crystal Cards. He likes Pokemon and collecting cards. It's short but sweet, but it's kind of in a nutshell.
Give us a brief background there. I mean, you could be similar to most of us. Collect as a kid, then stopped back in. If you've anything different and special, throw it in. You don't have to go and tell us the whole thing.
Yeah, no, I think it's a real, like, there are no unique experiences type thing. Everyone had the same thing of collected for a while, got out, lost their childhood cards, cries about it to this day, and then got back in at some point. Nothing really unique or out of the ordinary in that sense. It was the same flat out in the games the whole time.
Yeah.
It was actually weirdly, I was more so Yu-Gi-Oh cards when I was younger. I don't know what it was. I think it was because I actually used to actually use them with my brothers, and we play cards with them. So it was always like Pokemon cards for the art and Yu-Gi-Oh cards for the versatility, and then Pokemon games for just the actual Pokemon. And
Yeah, it's such a good game.
enjoyed it.
But Jimmy got excited there when he
I was
heard
about to say,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
I did.
Big smirk on
That's-
Jimmy's
that's
face.
when
with
I
Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's me set now. Yu-Gi-Oh was mentioned.
And I bought a Blue Eyes this week as well. Jimmy, you'd be happy to know in that case.
Ah, very nice.
You know, so I said I'd dip my toes back into that and give another reason to start burning money. But I think I'm going to cap the Yu-Gi-Oh at that. That's kind of my, well, a little to an army, and then aside from that, that's my limit. But yeah, aside from that, was in now Pokemon for years, and then same thing with cards. In now cards, back into collecting them a couple of years ago, and then actually Dublin Card Show last year was my first ever card show to attend. So
No
I
way.
walked out there and went, "Oh, that was pretty cool. I'd like to do that someday." And then it's been a quick year, I must say,
Jesus.
fairly quick year.
You didn't
Good
wait around
man.
at all, did you?
Jeez, you didn't fanny around at all in.
Oh, it was literally, it was like 3-4 months after I saw we were doing the first bit of vending, and I was like, "Oh, this is this is interesting. This is cool."
This is a bit of me.
When was Crystal?
Wow.
I
Jesus.
like to talk, given half the opportunity. So put me in an occasion where I get to talk to people non-stop for the day. I'm going to
Yeah.
enjoy myself.
Yeah.
Like-minded people at that, like, as well, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, everyone happy to just waffle and nerd out. And I was like, yeah, these are my people. This is the ideal.
Yeah. I hear you.
7-8 months between your first show as an attendee to running your own show. Am I-
Yeah. Thereabouts, yeah.
That's wild.
and running the Discord in between. Like,
That's
To be fair, that was all set up kind of beforehand. I was the latest kind of into Crystal out of all the owners. But yeah, that's well, I suppose that's what kind of springboarded everything was the Discord and kind of having the opportunity then to do the show off the back of it. But yeah, it was a bit surreal kind of looking back and going, oh, I actually went and bought my first ever single card and my first graded card, and now there's, you know, X amount of vendors in front of us who are at the first show that we've organised. It's it's nuts.
that was a great first show. It was really nicely laid out, and like just the buzz around the place was unnatural. Really nice.
Absolutely over the moon, to be fair. It was a real, like, obviously we were just in real feel good mood for the day anyway, because it was just nuts. But everyone came up seemed to be in the same length. It wasn't as manic and as hectic as other places, but sorry, excuse me, that was kind of the benefit as well, in the sense of you could sit down, you could have a chat with people. I think on Saturday I was trying to catch you about 4 or 5 times over. It may as well have been like some out of a zombie movie. You're trying to fight through hordes of people, whereas we're actually able to have a bit of a yap on one at the Crystal Show.
It looked like a great room.
Were you on that, Crystal?
No, I wasn't. I was away that day, but it looked like a great room from your video, Dean, and from what I saw on Insta.
If you're away now at the end of April, I'll take the first one. I'll let slide, you know, but the second one I'll take personally. So fingers crossed.
We can tag team.
End of April, yeah, we can make that work, definitely.
Beautiful.
No, it was a good space, I have to say. I think that was one of the first things I said, because I had my mate Andrew with me, obviously. I think the first thing we said was the space was, you weren't like slammed into tables like.
No, and the hotel layout was quite nice as well, in the sense of just having that bit of space initially to walk in. People kind of take their stuff, walk out, get a drink, sit down, and you know, open a few packs or whatever it might be. And then having an exit at the back as well, I found was quite helpful on that side of things too, where it's not everyone just trying to run in and out of the one spot. So we were quite fortunate in that sense anyway, where obviously we don't have any control over the structure of the building. It's not something we can put any recommendations into at last minute, but the hotel were really accommodating in everything they did. And then it was just a case of, now the morning of course, you know, with the rulers out and just moving tables 6 inches that way, 10 inches that way, and so on, and the people have enough room to move through here. So, but it was we were lucky enough in that sense.
It
looked great.
Went very well, I thought, from an attendee. Like, I remember leaving it going, that was brilliant. That was a very good show. So fair play.
It's mad. If you had seen the before and after, like just with kind of white tables out, and it's just nothing. And then an hour later, everyone has their banners out and there's the shelves up, and IKEA's been raided. There's just ETVs everywhere, and it's just like it's like walking through the RDS and then walking into Wonderland. You know, it's just night and day. But it's deadly. It's really, really cool.
I have to say the U shape and the kind of inner U was really nice, because most people go in and they just go, you know, square around the room and that's it. You don't see the middle, but it really funneled you around, and then you had the stage area separate and the giveaway table, and it just all worked. Yeah, it was really nice. Nice flow to the place.
Yeah, definitely. And the hotel, they've made some changes structurally as well. So there's kind of a new entranceway and stuff. So I'm not really 100% sure why we'll do the layout for it this year around. I think there was definitely a bit of space that we could have used a bit more up the top, kind of when you went in, where it was kind of a lot of loose chairs and stuff that could have given just vendors a bit more space to have a few more people at the table and so on too. But the new structure to the place will be quite interesting then, whatever way we go. But it was nice to kind of have that as well, just doing 1 or 2 laps around, and it did. Now it kind of felt like, you know, you were queuing for the cinema, and you're just going back and forth. But it was nice kind of get around and actually see people and see what you were missing too. Whereas sometimes, you know, you kind of walk around somewhere for a day and then you go, oh, this person was over in that corner, or they were over there, and you just don't get a chance to see them because it's just masses of people.
Sorry guys, just while to the chat, I think a couple of questions have come in. If I don't get to your questions throughout the thing, we'll obviously give you time at the end. So bear that in mind. If we miss something, you'll get time at the end, but I'll try to get what I can. Someone did, Phantom actually did ask, before the show, what and how much planning goes into setting up a show?
I think there's. It's tough to ask because obviously, again, I'm very, very lucky in the sense of I'm one person talking kind of on behalf of Crystal.
Yeah.
But there's Ian, Stephen, and Sean there as well, who are doing just as much, if not more, than me, in all the bits and pieces that we do. So there's the initial kind of, the silly planning that we kind of first did down in Jamor. We all went down and were having a few drinks, and it was just kind of like, oh, we could, maybe think about doing this. And then it was, the more drinks we had, the more realistic the card show got. And then the next day, it was one of the few times where I woke up the next day after drinking and going, we actually could do all that. This is actually a little bit feasible. So there's massive amounts of work and preparation that go in the sense of what way do you want it to go, kind of mapping out what the dream day is. You kind of, if I was to describe it as a car, you design the body of it first and foremost, and then it's only afterwards you think like, oh, this actually needs an engine, this needs to run, it's all well and good saying I'd love to have a couple of 100 people in a room, but is there insurance, is there health and safety, is there going to be facilities in place that will allow for people to be okay if they're hurt or they fall or whatever it might be. So yeah, it was one of them things where the more that we worked and the more that we planned, it was kind of you don't know what you don't know. So every time we learned something new, there was 3 more new things to learn. So I think if you had told us at the start the amount of work that would have went into it, you probably almost would have almost balked at it. But when you're kind of in the midst of doing that and only kind of realising what comes afterwards, it was a bit more palatable. But in other words, months and months of work between, lucky enough that the space was there. 2 of the lads are from Waterford, so they knew the hotel. They kind of had the vision, so to speak. And again, the hotel were so accommodating and brilliant for everything that they did.
And have you any takeaways that you might have liked to improve on or anything like that from doing the first one? A lot of people, you learn from your mistakes. Like, is there anything that you'd like to change or you learn from it?
Yeah, I think the kind of initial preparation, like we had done bits and pieces last year where, we have all the vendors applying, but all them applications are being done through Instagram or through the Discord or through private messaging. And so, excuse me, worked out grand. We had everyone's details there, whereas kind of looking back now this year, we went, okay, well, we'll have a Google sheet, so it'll save us all this work afterwards and so on. Just there's so many things where afterwards we look back and went, right, we can refine and so on, we can do this or we can do that, but it was all kind of things that we wouldn't have known if we hadn't done it wrong initially. So there's like someone that actually asked me only during the week around kind of like, if they were to set up a show, kind of what would be entailed within that. And I was kind of saying, look, just give me a shout when it happens, because there's so many bits and pieces that, you'll start something and something else will come up, and then it's just like, how do you react and so on, and what way does it go? But look, again, we're kind of blessed enough in the sense of we have the Discord there, which gives us massive access to however many vendors that are across it. So you kind of have a huge amount of people who are ready to service people at a show straight away. So if we didn't have that, and you were kind of, going through Facebook posts and putting up posters and lampposts, it wouldn't have been as enjoyable a job.
Oh, very good. Yeah.
Sorry, Jimmy, your bumblebee is back. Yeah, your bumblebee is back.
Still there?
Hello? Yeah, it's still there. And I wouldn't mind, you didn't even do anything, did you?
No, I didn't even move. Yeah.
Do you want to try it without the headset plugged in again?
How are we doing?
Hello?
Perfect.
Anyone there?
Oh, no, it's not.
No, because it's when we
It's only-
talk.
It's when we talk.
It's when we talk.
Yeah.
It's all right when Jimmy talks.
So I should just keep talking, so you're saying?
Yeah, you just talk for the whole thing.
Nobody wants that, like.
Yeah.
If you can try, Jimmy, it might work if you try mute yourselves, and then when you're talking, because the feedback shouldn't come through the mic, maybe.
Yeah, try and mute yourself.
Hang on, learn it for a second.
I think I've ever so logically told someone to shut up before, but
Yeah, literally, yeah.
I
See
can't
that, lad?
do the fact to mute myself.
Got to take note of that one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Into my wife now. Listen, if you want to just try and mute yourself and see if that works.
It might actually become too clearer later on, would you believe?
I'm not joking. I actually can't find mute this thing.
Did you get the headset out of a Kellogg's box?
Yeah. You knew that was coming eventually.
Someday someone had to make that joke. Jimmy, just mute yourself. My God, it's killing me.
How's that? Is that any better?
Hello? No. Oh God, no.
That's actually worse.
Yeah, it's worse.
It's actually worse. Okay. How's that? Any better?
Hello?
No.
No. GoFundMe is live again.
You can see Jimmy breaking a couple of €100 worth of electrical equipment.
You're about to see it. You're about to see it. Jesus. All right.
Turn the headset on. Oh God, I don't know what you're doing. It's worse.
How we doing?
Hello? No.
Still there?
Yeah, it's still there.
Hang on, let me plug the headphones out and see if it's still there when I'm gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
I'll try.
Hello? Hello? Still there?
Still there, yeah.
Yep. I don't know
Still
why.
there even with the headphones out, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the? Honest to God, look, I literally don't have it playing anywhere else other than my head.
It's not. It's definitely some kind of feedback just when we talk. Conrad said, "Put it in rice."
Yeah, try it out.
Is the volume coming through your headset and your computer, whatever sound you have?
No, honestly, God, literally just the headset. I take it off, I can't hear you.
I'm like, on a side note, we could almost run a podcast just on people making jokes about Jimmy's audio.
This is what it's going to be, isn't it, for the next 30, 40 episodes, yeah?
It's like watching a man discover fire for the first
time. Don't sack me.
Celebration with a new headset as well.
Yeah, honest to God.
Oh, no, work away, lads.
Well, you mute yourself though while we talk.
I fucking can't even find the mute, dude. Hang on, I'll go out of the room and I'll come back in, right?
Right, go on. I'll lock the door when he's gone.
Watch me try to leave the room. I said try.
He can't even leave. Sorry about this, Dylan. We appreciate your time. I hope you're getting a bit of comedy from this.
Again, it makes me feel so much better about the tablet I'm working, and my audio issues earlier. I'm like, yeah, I'm actually a genius when it comes to technology. Feel a couple of years younger.
Just so everybody knows, in the tech test, we did have a little slow start with Dylan, but we switched the equipment. Nice, quick, easy fix, no problem. And then, of course,
like 10 minutes pre-episode. No, what did I say? 16 episodes in, same issues. That's performance improvement plan type stuff there, then.
I'm telling you, I need to put them on a pip for any corporate people out there. Get them on a pip. I just, as soon as the podcast starts paying them to, we can expend some equipment.
Yeah.
I don't know. Has he come straight back in? Hang on, I'm just going to see if he's texting in the.
We can just keep going and come in.
I say we work away. We don't right. Sorry about that, Dylan. So you just finished talking about kind of people asking for advice, like what you kind of took from your, what kind of learnings you had from setting up a show. I would, Gary, no, I'm not using Zoom. No, it's just an online thing. It's not like a piece of software or anything. Just to go back even further. Crystal Cards, that's a team of people, right? That's 4 or 5 of you, yeah.
4 of us, yeah.
What's before you had the card show? What were you guys? Vending was what you were doing first, was it?
Yeah, so that kind of, I suppose, ties in with where I started within Crystal and so on as well. So then I went to my first card show last March or February, whenever it was, from Dublin Card Show last year. And following on from that, I got invited to the Discord groups. And there's a couple of different Discord groups available as just online spaces for people to buy, sell, and trade cards. And, there's plenty of them going around at the moment as well, which is, again, fantastic just for the overall community having different spaces. But off the back of that, I was quite active in Crystal, and the lads asked me to come on board. And that was kind of they'd started out initially kind of before myself, where they were at car boot sales and stuff, and just doing bits and pieces and just trying different things and seeing how it was. And then we did Dundalk Minicon was our first kind of proper show, where we went down, and that was really where we all kind of got the bug, so to speak, and got a bit of a buzz about it all, and really, really got caught up in it. So we'd only done a huge amount of shows, only 2 or 3 actual kind of like full shows before hosting the Crystal Show. And I think that was part of the reason why was when we were looking at what was available, everything was so concentrated in Dublin, and obviously all the big shows are, and obviously, most of the people are, so it's understandable as well. But I'm the only one of the lads who are actually from Dublin. So, like, Ian and Stephen are both from Waterford, and they'd always wanted to have one held there. So that kind of pushed everything in, where it was like, right, but everything is concentrated in certain areas, and, what can we do, or what can we bring to areas where we might not have it as much, we might not see as much shows and different kind of events like that. And you see the likes of, Pokémon doing it one as well, where there's pop-ups and so on happening all across, like Limerick and stuff. Olive's doing them all across Dublin and stuff too. So, it all just kind of spiraled from a bit of an online community, the 2 lads going off buying and selling bits and pieces initially, and then spoiled off then into the show within a couple of months.
That's like, it's so rapid. Like, I'm
So quick.
I'm shocked. Like, every time someone comes on, they tell me something. I'm like, what? I'm still shocked at how quick you went from just attending a show to let's have a show.
You must be a fairly no half measures kind of guy.
Not even. No.
No.
It's again, and I don't mean to keep on saying I'm incredibly lucky or incredibly blessed, but I am as well, in the sense of I was quite lucky to be invited onto the Discord groups at the time that I was, in the sense of all of this was kind of happening, and at a time when I was active and really kind of enjoying the space overall. So if I had found them 6 months afterwards, I probably wouldn't have had that same opportunity. I wouldn't be involved in the same way and to the same degree that I am. So it's on one side, it's definitely a bit of luck. But I think as well, just the lads who I'm doing it with, we're all very, very like-minded. And there hasn't really been many instances where there's been a course of action set and we've had to, disagree or butt heads, or where we've been kept at a crossroads for a couple of days. Everything has just kind of been like, right, well, what do we want to do? We want to have a better space for the overall Pokemon community, and we want to make sure that people across the community can get access to stock and get access to the market at fair market prices. And that's just kind of the company mantra to a degree, is to going to make sure we keep on doing that. And once you kind of have that as the main piece, there's not really much argument that kind of goes alongside it, just more so in terms of individual structures and stuff and individual niche bits in terms of setup. But as an overall, we're all just kind of like-minded. There's a few of them that are, I'd say, almost tireless in the sense of the bits and pieces that they're doing. Like the other 3 lads, to be fairly non-stop with what they're at. So it all really helps in the sense of, we do joke and say, between the 4 of us, we make one good worker. And we all have different things that we do well. So again, lucky enough that all kind of came together like that.
It's good to be part of a team. I'm lucky I've got these 2 boys, the sound engineer and the boss.
I was going to say, you were saying something about the sound engineer there during the week. I won't say what you were saying about Dean and Saturday around.
Look, they know.
Just gonna find that mute button. Hang on.
Actually, you in the chat there, honestly, just going break. I'm sorry. PG 13. I don't know if that was offside or not.
That one's like on the line. VAR will check that one.
It's not as bad as.
Don't. Amber, if you're watching, it's nearly past your bedtime. No, but you know what? That is something we're talking about, like doing things part of a team. I know it's like real cheesy or cringy, but I have to say the podcast for me has become a lot more fun having the lads on. And you could probably say the same thing. There's probably no chance you would have started a card show if it wasn't for being with a group of lads. Like,
Jesus, when I walked out of card show last year and I was kind of saying I'd love to try my hand at vending, I was talking to lads about it afterwards and they're saying, oh, would you do it? And I remember saying, Jesus, no, like I wouldn't have I only have a couple of personal cards and stuff, I wouldn't have anywhere near enough. So even in the sense of vending alone would have been something that was probably 3, 4, 5 years away. So even just that aspect of it definitely wouldn't have happened without the lads that I'm doing it all with. And the show again wouldn't have been a minute thought, I don't think, without the lads and a few drinks and an idea that kind of just spirals.
Jeez, me and Ron had a few drinks here tonight. No card shows has come from that.
No card shows yet.
No card shows
yet. That's the key thing. You just need to keep on drinking, then. That's the problem. You stop.
Maybe, yeah.
Beyond the Packs Cavan card show.
Nope, Cavan.
Beyond the cans.
Beyond the cans. And so then you were invited to do vending with a couple of the lads, was that what you said?
Yeah, so they invite me in to help moderate kind of the overall Discord and just kind of be part of the community in that sense. And then I suppose they must have liked me and asked me to want to kind of buy into Crystal and what Crystal had become at that point. So I was more than happy to jump on board. So then from the point at which I was defending with everyone, I was an equal share owner, kind of, for the best way of putting it. So that would have been the first time kind of vending would have been, a mix of everything. We've some stuff there from Crystal, but then we don't have a huge amount of stuff there for Crystal. So it's bits of our own personal stuff and all as well to bulk out the table and make everything look that bit better and just have that bit more.
And then what
you find it tough letting go of personal collection?
Still.
Yeah.
It breaks my heart. I always try and justify it with, if I'm getting rid of something from the personal collection, it has to be replacing something going into the personal collection.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes what it's replacing is a couple of packs or a Japanese booster box or whatever it might be, and all of a sudden, that doesn't. Them ones don't tend to stay sealed. So
it's just going to ask you, do you keep one sealed?
I'm terrible for it. I'll do well for a while, and I might have 3 or 4 ETBs there, and then I have a good week, and I'm like, oh, do you know what? I should celebrate. I'm going to open an ETB, and then I'll be doing well for a while, and I'll have 3 or 4 ETBs there, and I'll have a bad week, and I'll be like, oh, that was a bad week. I should really drown the commiserations with an ETB. And you usually end up just drowning the commiserations
with more arrow.
Yeah.
Especially if it's Ascended Heroes.
Oh, no, I did it with Destined Rivals last week, the week before, where, and again, just still hurts even saying it. It was like, oh no, do you know what? I opened so many Destined Rivals ETBs. One of them has to have something. Like, I couldn't have gotten all the duds. And it's been calling me like the Green Goblin mask for the last 2 months, just from the corner of the room. And I know that I shouldn't. And I said to myself, I was like, you know what? That was a rough week. I was like, I'm going to open up the Destined Rivals ETB and I'm going to pull Team Rocket's Mewtwo. And even if I don't pull that, it's because I pulled the hoe. So I'm not going to mind anyway. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. And the looks I was getting, and she's like, don't do it. You're going to regret it. You're going to regret it. So anyway, look, we'll buy 150 on Card Market. That's grand. I got it for retail, so it's only costing me 65 or 70 or whatever it is. And could have opened, and anyway, 9 packs later, I pulled 2 regular EX cards, and she's looking at me just going like, did you, was that worth it? And I was like, yeah, I had loads of fun.
That was
it's all about the journey, isn't it? So that's what it's about. It's about the journey of opening packs. It's nothing else. So
Fucking
yeah.
sorry. Now I'm throwing out F-bombs.
Yeah, grand. I'll treasure these EXs forever.
Yeah, no, I think that they went straight out the window. It was like, if you pulled it in 1 pack or 2 packs, you'd be like, yeah, that's fine. But when it's the ETB that you've awarded with yourself over, but the good news is there cannot be another bad ETB left in the country. So if you do have a Destin Royals ETB taking up space in your sealed collection, rip it. There's a Mewtwo in it. There's no guarantees. But I heard Crackin'Deano was going to reimburse you if you do not have the hit inside. So
I heard that too, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just going to set up a second GoFundMe there.
Get a few of them at this point. They could do a replacing the ETB as well.
The sealed battle is. Although, just to say, that conversation made it sound like we're addicts. Yeah. Like, a good day we'll celebrate with, a bad day we'll need to release some stress and go to it. So either way.
They can go to crack open a 6-pack and it's just sitting in the corner with juice. The one was even more upset afterwards.
No, Ascendant has been rough though. I have to say, like Destined, I pulled a couple of decent cards from Destined, but Ascendant has just been horrible.
No, I've got nothing.
No.
Well, sorry, actually, I got the Lucha SIR from Ascendant, and aside from that, I got nothing. But that's Destin Rivals. I opened. I couldn't tell you how many packs of that, and I got not a single half decent, even full art. So I was due something.
That's fairly rough. It's a great set, like.
Destin Rivals, what a set.
Yeah, keep on telling myself that, but now I have no more in the sealed collection to rip. So what's the point? What's the job done? Time to the trip. Every bit of Ascended Heroes I can, and then give out about that for the next while, non-stop. It's just it's cycle, and I'm more than happy to keep on reliving it.
And when do you think? Right, say you're one of the master set, right, and the set comes out. It's going to be savage. There's going to be 3 cards that are going to be over 100 quid. Do you think, like, when is the best time to try and master? Obviously, you're going to rip at the start. You're going to rip maybe, 50, 60 packs, right? You're going to get Pekko, more than likely. And then you're going to think, right, I want to master this set. When is the best time to start buying the big boys? It's not going to be straight away, but it's not like with the way Destin's gone, it's just going up. When do you think's the best time?
Well, Dylan doesn't want to answer that question, and he left. He's like, no, I'm gonna keep pulling. I don't like your question.
But you know what I mean, like.
Yeah, we'll give him. Maybe he'll come back in. Well, I can answer that for you because obviously, as people know, I'm trying to master that.
You're doing one, like.
In terms of, see, if you had have asked this before the boom, I would have like just keep ripping until you literally cannot get packs anymore, or buy your reverses, or buy the big one, or you could kind of pick and choose. But I'm at the point where I cannot get Destin Rivals, so I have to
buy singles.
I have to buy it, and then with the Mewtwo, I don't think it's going any lower than it is right now. And
yeah, probably not. Like, but it definitely was it higher after week 1? Because it's usually crazy after week. 1.
It usually does that kind of like capital N shape where it goes boom straight away, then comes down, and then does the slow build down after that. Right now, because Destin Rivals it's not even a year old. 1
to 1.5 years after release from King Dollar.
Yeah, what am I at now? We're almost at 1 year to Destined. I'm just going to see if Dylan wrote to me there. Maybe he's just gone.
How much of the set have you got left?
What's that?
How much of the set have you got left?
How much of the set do I have left? I'll show
you. Yeah, like to complete your... Yeah. Is that sound better actually? Is it?
That's all I have left in Destined.
We can't see that. Wrong camera.
Okay, well, everybody else can see it.
Yeah.
I have the Team Rockets Moltres, the Team Rockets Archer, and Cynthia's Garchomp. That's it.
All right.
Dylan, welcome back to the podcast.
Chilling,
Yeah.
skiving.
I have to say, you should really try it. It's fun. It's fun.
Jumping in and out like that.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you got annoyed at Ron's question because he was like, "When do you stop ripping packs?" And you're like, "No, I'm not having that. I'll stop ripping packs."
It's like the best time to buy cards is when they're at the Crystal Cards stall at a card show and no others.
Always be selling. Nice.
Yeah. Always. It's such a nightmare, isn't it? Like, especially the way the market's been like for the last year, where it's, oh, do I get a card out because cards on release tend to be quite expensive, and then it's 6 months later, oh, everything is actually just really expensive, and no matter what you want to do or collect, it's just going to cost a bomb no matter what.
It's probably a bit set specific as well, though, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
To be fair, yeah. Obviously, if you're trying to do a journey together, you're probably in a good spot to last while. If you're trying to do that from rivals, please just don't try and rip to get there. You see people trying to buy major hits out sets in the first week or two of release, and I think for the sake of bit of patience, you could save yourself hundreds of quid here easily.
I'd say with Celebrations, when it was released in such a small set that good few rips and you're probably halfway there. You're doing well, like more than halfway there.
Phantasmal at the moment, where like the Charizard for that is what, still 500-600 quid, like some silly money. How much of that is just?
Here we go. Look at Dean smirking away every time.
Didn't say anything.
How many have you pulled, Dean?
One for myself, a couple for other people in breaks, but one for myself.
Yeah, which one was the one for yourself?
The English one.
Yeah, of course.
First ETB done. Don't need to open anymore.
Unbelievable, yeah. That's class though.
I at one point had a Phantasmal ETB and booster box in my sealed collection, and
Similar story to the old Destin.
yeah, and now I have a lovely Dawn full art and I think 6 Ludicolos to replace them. So but it's all part of the joys.
You enjoyed the pack opening experience.
It's one of them sets now where I'm like, it's the one card that I want, and I will probably refuse to open any more of it just out of absolute spite of getting nothing but the same cards on repeat over and over again. Like, I think at one point I had 5 of them Flygons, where I had them up in the Discord and someone messaged saying, "Is this still available?" And I was like, "That one isn't, but I've got spares. It's okay." Yeah.
Oh yeah. Nice one, Dean. Thank you.
No worries. Is that's just to confirm? That's the one you're talking about, Dylan? Yeah.
That's the one.
That's the one I'm talking about, Dean. Yeah.
Just so everybody knows, that's the one he's talking.
Oh, it's beautiful though, isn't it?
Got to take my chances to show that off.
I would too, to be honest.
Yeah, it's like a nice card. Nicest Charizard card that was made, in my opinion.
Agreed. Base set has its thing. Yeah. Base set has its thing, but in terms of the artwork,
Base set is just because it's the original. Artwork wise, there's plenty there, clearly.
Oh yeah, God, yeah. But it's from a long time ago.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Right, question for you then, in the same topic, but back to the vending. Have you or any of the guys ever ripped to get stock?
No. Like we've Saturday, for example, someone came up and they wanted to do a trade-up challenge.
Right.
So we gave them a card, they had a pack, and we just said, "Oh, we'll just rip it, and whatever comes out, we'll throw out." But we'd never go, "Oh, we've got X amount of boxes there. Let's rip them and try and build up stock." We more so break the box and sell the packs individually, and use that then as stock for shows.
Mm-hmm.
I was often curious if anyone has that crazy idea. What's a good excuse to rip a load of booster boxes? Stock to vend.
Yeah, if you have a business selling bulk cards and energy, it's definitely part of a good business model. But for the rest, as my sealed collection and then my personal collection will attest to, ripping lots of packs with a view to getting high-end cards is not going to be.
No. Oh,
not going to be the else.
I know for a fact it's a terrible idea. I just want to know if
Mr.
anybody
Charizard,
else.
huh?
Oh, that did you want to see it or?
You can't have a boat ways, Dean. You can't have a boat ways.
No, I was just
that was
curious.
for content.
That was for content, yeah. That's just to get the views in because we lost Jimmy's beautiful face, so I have to bring something else on instead. Also, I think I'm not even paying attention to Jim anymore. He's just gone. I don't know where he is.
He had the Liverpool match on the background. Don't mind that. He's after running off. I don't know if he's a Liverpool fan.
He's a
to be
United
fair,
fan. He better get his act together and.
yeah, United are playing all right now, so he wants to go back to the pennants.
Yeah.
Watch something that is going to break his heart.
I'd say we'll win the league.
I'd say so. Yeah, easy work.
Yeah, some year.
Listen, if I can pull the Charizard, versus United winning the league.
I think there's less chance of United winning the league.
Just get you in there for the team talk ahead of time and say, look, lads,
If I can pull the Charizard,
the Mega Charizard, what can you do?
I know Carrick's doing a good job. I think he doesn't need the Charizard right now.
He's ripping through the first edition booster boxes at the moment, they say. Do you know what I mean? He's not concerned about our peasant Charizard.
Do you see a stat that he's the first United manager to win his first six home games?
Serious?
First United
I'm not
manager ever to
surprised.
do it, yeah.
That poor young fella still couldn't get a haircut.
I know, yeah.
They could draw.
He's living on that as well. He's just like, look, if these can't do this, I have a career made here.
I'd say they are sick to death of him.
I'd say so. Although, how many? What are we on now? 2 or 3 games now again?
Two,
2.
isn't it?
One of the players should just pay him off and say, "Here, cut that and stop annoying us, will you?"
Yeah.
He's going to run him over if he doesn't stop, to be fair. It's a carrot and a stick type situation at this point.
Yeah, exactly. What if? How do you feel about this, Dylan? Right, I won't cut my hair until you pull the Charizard.
Joke's on you, then. I would stop opening Phantasmal.
Don't rip it.
Yeah, just
And, see you at the Crystal Card Show 2067 edition.
Dave,
Looked like he was a Rapunzel with the long hair.
just always in cosplay.
unfortunately, it wouldn't be a threat from me because my hair doesn't grow anymore.
And I got mine cut short last week for the first time in a while, and I was like, oh, I don't remember the hairline
There's a
starting there.
hairline.
But, yeah, it was like it used to be a little bit closer to the eyebrows. This isn't looking good.
Yeah, every haircut's scarier.
Yeah. And I don't know whether I should just completely commit to one side or another, just grow it out and pretend like there's not a hairline there, or I'll shave it all off and just pretend like, no, this is my choice. I'm the one who wants to do this. It's a rock and a hard place.
I think you're not doing yourself any favors if you try and hide it, because someday it's just.
But exactly, someday, not today. That's the key part of it.
Someday, when I get to Turkey, we won't have to worry about it.
Yeah, it's like when you see me coming back at my mouth, when I open my mouth, it's just the lights coming out and the hairline is here. It's like, the Crystal Card Show is doing very well. Fair play to the lads.
Someone pulled a couple of Charizards.
It's like just one for the Invisalign at this point, and I'll be happy now.
Yeah.
Right. Let's go back to Pokemon for a quick second. Crystal Card Show, April 2026. What's happening?
Card Show.
Anything? Is it all set in stone? Everything ready? Not even close.
Yes, we have vendor announcements are ready to go live over the next couple of days. So we have. I think there's nothing that's so staggeringly different from last year. There's nothing that's completely out of the ordinary, nothing that's completely new. We listened to a lot of people were good enough to give us feedback on the things that they liked, things that they want to see improved. So we've been able to act on a lot of that feedback as well, which is great. We have for anyone who is watching the podcast at the moment who would like to attend the Crystal Card Show, we have a discount code available until 12 o'clock tonight, Crackin'Deano 25 for 25% off general admission tickets. It is only available until 12 o'clock, I will say, so no pressure, but it's a slight bit of pressure. So, 50-50. So same with the
You've got, hang on, let's pause. Go get your tickets right now. 25% off. What's the code?
Crackin'Deano 25.
You're not going to be 25% off. Go buy your tickets now. That's a bargain.
Do it.
That's a bargain. Fair play, Dylan.
And if you don't, Dana's going to knock at your door and order Chinese to your address without having paid for them. It'll be a real shit show. You don't want to go there.
Yes.
Yeah, there's nothing kind of out of the ordinary as to what we did last year. It's the same piece again, just a bit bigger, hopefully a bit better scaled, taking on a lot of the learnings and kind of refinements from last year, and trying to add a bit more variety to a lot of the people who were there. So last year was absolutely very, very Pokemon heavy, whereas this year we've a bit more One Piece, we've a bit more sports collectors and stuff too. So really trying to make sure that everyone is being looked after to a degree. So we're obviously all very, very Pokemon focused and Pokemon centered. But trading cards are quite a wide piece. I'd say Yu-Gi-Oh, but there's no point because Jimmy's not here. So there's no point in trying to build up the brownie points on that side.
One Piece is popping off now too, really, isn't it?
Everything has just gone absolutely nuts. It seems like if you collect it, it's just going to be doubled in price within a week. But hopefully it takes some of the heat and attention away from Pokemon, and it's a bit
more available,
more accessible.
Yeah, actually, you know what? On that, like, and this is going to sound like I'm trying to call something out, or I'm not, because this is obvious at certain shows. How do you? I suppose there's not really you can do. It's clear and obvious that certain tables, aka the Pokemon tables, get bigger crowds than the other tables. Right?
100%.
There's not much you can do as the hosts of the show, really, in terms of that, is there?
In terms of people pricing certain things or having certain things.
No, not even just if you were to look at a Pokemon table and a football table, you're just going to see a bigger crowd at the Pokemon table than the football table. You know, and there's nothing really you can do against that, really, though, is there?
Yeah, it's. I think it goes down almost to how the spaces tend to be dominated. You know, the majority tend to be Pokemon fans and kind of Pokemon centric events, and you try and have like where we made kind of a conscious effort to have more variety this time around than we did last time. But it's the expectation then that things are going to be quite Pokemon centric anyway.
Yeah.
So you're going to attract that crowd who are interested in that brand of cards. And I do think as well, like it's such an interesting market. You see it really with the likes of Dublin Card Show. Like there's a few people who will trade in, you know, quite high end Pokemon cards, and you won't see a graded card at their table for less than €600-700. They could have a couple of cards there that are in the thousands or tens of thousands of euro. That one was like completely accidental as well. But they could do one or two sales and they would turn over more than some of the smaller tables. Like we'll always have a binder with 50 cent and €1 cards, you know, where again, some people are going to want them cards that are 60, 70, 100, I'm sorry, but 80, 90, €100, whatever it might be. And then you also have people who don't have that kind of budget as well. And I do always think that sports cards are kind of dominated a lot in that sense, where you have got for a lot of the bigger shows, if people are flying over from the US and they're flying over with a suitcase full of cards, it's going to be them ones where they might only need to make 2 or 3 sales over the course of the day to really, really make that worthwhile. So, and it's not a market that I'm involved in any way, shape or form. It's not something that I really, really collect or look at. But I don't think I've ever seen like a sports table. And again, I don't look at them, so I could be very, very wrong and just ignorant on this side. But you don't really see them kind of like penny binders with really, really cheap hits and so on. It always kind of seems to be tailored towards the
ripping,
not massively high end, but you know, that kind of higher tier cards and kind of a bit more expensive cards in that sense.
Yeah, I noticed just that there's so many boxes. Like the scene what Atlantic had on their spread. Like, oh my god,
it was nuts. They must have had Lurry getting down there on Saturday. Like the amount of stuff they must have pulled out is insane.
That was right left in the shop, like.
Oh, probably the shop's just portable at that point.
Yeah,
just pick it out and pour it. But yeah, it was nuts. Like walls of stock with them.
Yeah, it was unreal.
A couple of
But
tickets
you know
being
what?
bought.
Not a
Sorry,
lot of people had.
couple of tickets been bought with a discount code. So love to see.
Yeah, I'll
it.
get mine after this. Not a
Thank
lot
you
of
very
people
much to
had
anyone who
bulk.
bought tickets. Sorry, by the way, not to put you off there, on, but thank you very much. Appreciate the support, folks.
But yeah, it was then not a lot of people had, bulk. This time, like I'm trying to master 151. There was nothing really there.
That could
Yeah.
be because Poke Olive, and it's not a secret, Poke Olive said it on her
Ash
Instagram, I
touched on
think,
it, yeah.
that she wasn't even going to put binders out with your €1 and €2 and €5 cards at the start to try and manage the crowd. Because if you've got people standing at bulk boxes and binders while the crowds are building up.
Also, I think people have what they want in mind, and usually the stuff that they want they want to get the bigger stuff first, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, but especially with crowds like that, like we see, whether it's kids but we had cases where there was 2 or 3 almost groups of people who were watching one person flip the binder, and just waiting to see what was on the next page. And like we had three binders on the go at the table at any one point. Then obviously, of course, we're across 2 tables, say on Saturday, for example, so you can kind of space that out. But when you do just have cards out and they're under a display case, graded cards or singles, whatever it might be, it is just easier to kind of pick and look and say, right, grand,
Yeah.
that's it, that's fine. And for the likes of bulk cards, like if someone says to me offhand, have you got this whatever major hit from 151, I can tell you straight away, yes, it's definitely there. No, it's definitely not there. Or it might have gotten rid of it in the last few. Have a quick check. It's going to be over there. Whereas when it comes to, say, them bulk bins, like if someone says, have you got 10 Pearl Forces? Yeah, we need to be down the end with it. And then all of a sudden you've got 4 or 5 people who are looking through 4 or 5 ETBs who, again, not that they're not going to get something, but they could be 5, 10, 15 minutes going through different ETBs to ultimately not find the card that they want.
Yeah.
And when you're trying to, like when it's something as busy as it was on Saturday, it's just so inefficient to a degree. To try and have that space. Now it'd be really cool, and like one of the things that, even as we say it, it's things like that we can almost try and implement to a degree from our shows. And we have a fair bit on the Discord as well, where if someone's trying to master set a certain set, they'll put a request into the request channel and just say, look, I'm looking for this card or these cards, or I've got 42 reverse hollows from this set. Does anyone have them? And that kind of quick check tends to be quite good, and then the collection of the show is quite handy. But some kind of just trade area then alongside that shows, I think probably this is going to be the best bet kind of going forward, because we'll probably get away with being able to have a bit of a bulk table at the Crystal Show, but that's just because we can, decide what way we want things laid out and so on, and what way it's going to actually cause things to be smooth on the day, whereas we just don't have that power anywhere else.
Of course, yeah.
There needs to be a bulk station that's away from the vendor tables.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I know there's a few people who bring bulk, like was it Rob was saying he was just bringing bulk, but it was just all hollows and reverse hollows from different sets.
Yeah.
But obviously if you're a master set, still got your comments and so on either way. But the problem then as well is that if you have, say, a bulk table that's away from all the vendor tables, who's looking after it when you have the opportunity for kids to just go loose at a load of cards?
True.
How well maintained it's going to be over the course of the day, all these different bits and pieces. So it's really trying to weigh up and find what's the best way to get the best resolution that's going to cause the least hassle and stress and potential issues ultimately on the day.
Fair, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to advise you on that. That's why I don't run a card shop.
I'm here specifically for that answer. If you don't have a terrible Google review.
Someone in the chat, how do you solve this bulk problem? No, I did.
I suppose Discords are the job, aren't they? To try and master.
It's nuts again. If I go back to 12, 18 months ago, I had I don't know how many cards that were all coming from sets that that I was opening at the time. no real way to sell them. If I was looking to buy individual cards, I was looking at adverts, I was looking on Facebook groups, not even aware that there was anything on Discord or anything like it to use it for. And I remember doing my first couple of, just doing a couple of trades on the Discord and looking at how people price cards and how it worked, and just going, I got absolutely fleeced at that card show there. With some of the numbers these guys were pulling out. Because obviously, you're going in, you have no clue, and you're kind of just like, what way does this work? This card is €30 deadly, and then you find out 4 weeks later, that card was actually €70. They're great for that side of things, and just having an actual bit of reputation around who you're buying from, as opposed to, I remember messaging some fellow who had a card up in adverts, and I was just like, have you any wiggle room with that? Because you're fairly off the market price. And he was like, what do you mean? And I explained, how market price worked and your price, and he was just like, no, I'm just going to have it up at this price until someone buys it. Like that's how my market works.
Right.
So right, fair enough. The way that the market's gone, he's probably sold them, and it was probably a good deal for whoever bought them at this point. But it's just a bit of equivalent across the community is great.
I will just on that bulk thing pull up Conrad's message there. He said one of the shows in the north there was a bulk table where one lad took in bulk and people were sifting through for stuff for their collections, and it worked great. So we had like someone, I don't know, was that someone specifically managing the bulk table, and it's like you drop bulk off, take your bulk kind of thing. I'm sure there is something you could do there.
I have plenty of bulk. Just got it, plenty of bulk.
Like I've got far too much at this point. I'm kind of like, better to start a little fire and
Extension.
have fun with it, or build a house with it, because it's getting out of hand.
Yeah, I even see Pokekai saying Poke Bundles was the same, no bulk, just what was in the display case, just because of the volume of people.
Yeah, just it's really a case of kind of as quick as you can almost, and that sounds horrific, because like it's one of the best parts of vending and kind of being in that space is being able to chat to people and who's your favorite, what are you looking for, and especially when it comes to kids and so on coming up and they're like, who's your favorite, I like this, and you have a card handy that's just here's a free card. Sorry, dog, not happy with free cards, and they're just absolutely over the moon, whereas stuff like Saturday is just really almost kind of get through you like an order taker. What do you have next? What do you have next? What do you have next?
Does the dog want to take Jimmy's spot? Its audio is better than Jimmy's anyway.
He's coming through a bit clearer, to be fair.
Right, let's freshen up. What kind of dog do you have?
He's a mix. I couldn't tell you what mix. It was my partner's dog, and we moved out to like a little bungalow out Horback last year. Out in Kildare, I moved from Dublin to be a culture now, like some of
Go on, the culties.
It's different, like, it's a million times better. But it's I was living in a
not for everyone. Not for everyone. Like there's some people there that are just city people, and like the darkness freaks them out. Like
I get over themselves. Do you know what I mean? Like a good flashlight, they do the world of good. It's different. Like just quiet. There's no cars going around outside. There's not loads of lights outside. It's just peaceful.
Yeah, I'd never live in a town again.
Yeah.
Once you go culture, and I don't know. You know what I mean? Does someone finish that sentence for me? Once you go culture, I know you can't rhyme that one anymore.
You never go back to Dublin.
Culture's in the chat.
Yeah, I don't know. Someone make something out of that for me, please. The chat will always make something up for me. Third.
That's what culture says to the women,
Oh, stop. So we started talking about the card show coming up, and we're here talking about being a culture. So you said nothing has drastically changed, but that kind of makes sense. You don't want a show to go well and then just be like, right, let's just change the whole thing. So it makes sense that you just kind of keep the core the same and then tweak, and as time goes on and you do more shows. Do we ever see, because this is, so I'm making an assumption here, I don't know, but this is a different time of year than the last one.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to say anything, but can we assume there'll be another one? You're going to get in trouble now. The lads are all watching. Dylan, don't say it.
Assume that there was another card show at the end of November. You would it'd probably be a very, very good assumption to make. If you were to assume that there was going to be a card show next November, it probably would be another good assumption to make. And probably November going forward for as long as we possibly can. So yeah, absolutely, there will be more. And it's something that we just want to keep on doing. Is obviously it's great to be able to do them in Waterford, but like I kind of want the lads in Waterford to have to travel a little bit too. Like that's part of one of my goals for the next while. So like I'd love to do a show in Dublin. I'd love to do one in the likes of Galway. I'd love to do one anywhere really. I just like the actual overall buzz of doing the show. So
right, I was so that's been in my head because that's something you said those same words to me at your show back in November. And
yes.
Every time I think of Crystal, I'm like, I wonder are they going to do this like different county thing? Is that like is there any fuel behind that, or is that still just you dreaming of being able to convince the lads to go mad? Like, is there anything behind that? The lads are definitely like, Dylan, do not say anything.
Got my phone ringing there real quick.
If you can divulge anything, if not,
there might not be an owner of Crystal by the end of this, but look, I'm not money messing. Like we are concrete in the sense of there's a show at the end of April, and concrete that there's a show in November. Both of them will be held in Waterford. Yeah. Concrete in the sense of we want to have a show in Waterford at least every year, if not twice a year, because obviously there's an appetite for it, and it's not something that happens a huge amount in them kind of areas. In kind of areas outside of Dublin, I should say. The other side then is kind of shows in other areas overall is something that we all want to do. It's not just kind of me sitting there saying, lads, come on, players. So you love Dublin Bus. We all are kind of on board that we want to do them in different areas. And it's just something that hopefully will snowball and just kind of get that bit bigger as the individual Crystal shows do get bigger. So we're not entirely writing anything else off for this year, I will say, but at the same time, probably more likely something that we'll announce for next year.
Fair.
Deadly.
Because I do think there's still a lot of gaps. Like, don't be wrong, I think right now the amount of card shows that we're seeing is great because you got so many choices now. But I do feel like the West is like, please give us something.
West needs something there, definitely.
Yeah, I'd love to do one out west. So on that note, if there's anyone who's watching who has any spaces in mind and they would like to reach out, you can catch me on the Crystal Cards Instagram. We have been reposting stuff. It'll be on Dean's story. But yeah, it's definitely something that like I think again, not to keep on echoing how lucky we are, but we're blessed again in the sense of having the Discord, having had the first card show, having vended at multiple card shows and so on too, where we have access and contact to a lot of vendors and for a lot of people within the space. So I don't think that there's many people who wouldn't do a bit of traveling for the card show. Like for example, you see a lot of people who were at Crystal last year, who were at the Dublin card show this year, and who are at Crystal again in April. They're not all living. If they're all living in Dublin, well, then they're all traveling down to Waterford. If they're all living in Waterford, they're all traveling to Dublin. So I don't think adding somewhere else on the map is going to be a huge thing to push people out. Not everyone who vends is located on the east of the country. So yeah, kind of having something out west is part of our like overall goals. It's something that we do really, really want to do. It's just finding the right space, finding the right time. And once we have the right space and the right time, like I think as Crystal, we can definitely bring the right people together to deliver. Whether it's a smaller pop-up that has 10 or 15 vendors, or whether it's something that's that bit larger that kind of has that bit more of a show aspect to it, we'd love to do it. Know, just finding the time to then put in to do that outside of the other shows and stuff.
Of course. Like, I know you said the amount of work that went into the last one, and you're obviously working on this one. Like, did the last one end, and how long was it before you were like, okay, thinking caps back on again, straight into the next one? Like, how long of a gap was that? Or was there a gap?
It's really weird. There were certain things where I was like, anything Pokemon, speaking to people related, I don't want to look at. I was like, if it involves socializing, give me. I was like, my social battery is in minus at the moment.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was kind of like while different things were happening during the show, even it was like, okay, that's something that we'll like. Give you an example, right? So, morning of the show, it's obviously all going like all guns blazing. We're all going absolutely nuts, and as I'm sure any vendor will tell you, we didn't do all of our pricing. We told ourselves we do it the night before. The night before, we said, do you know what, we'll go and we'll have a point. And then that point turned into 3 and pricing didn't get done. So alongside like setting up the room, trying to coordinate things with vendors and stuff and all the different bits and pieces, we're trying to get a bit of pricing done and trying to sort that side of it. And yeah, people are flooding in and so on, and like vendors are flooding in, everything's going nuts. And we kind of get to a point where it's like, okay, we're going to be letting people in soon enough. And we were almost thinking of it, let's say, just to use round figures, let's say doors open at 10 o'clock. We were kind of thinking of it as, okay, well, people will start coming in at 10 o'clock. Forgot the aspect of people queuing. How do people know when to stop queuing? Where do they go? So, and then you remember the room from the last time round, you kind of walk in through a bar before you go into the main room almost.
Yeah.
10 minutes into the show last year, I was going, okay, next time we're going to have this area cordoned off so that people have to stop here and that they're not all looking at us finalise and settle. So there's kind of things like that where it's like, right, that's something that, like, you know, it's our first show. We're not going to think of it ahead of time, but now we know to do it next time round. But afterwards as well, then it was kind of like, right, I want to do this all over the country. I want to do it again and again and again. But I just, you know, don't want to speak to people for the next 3 days, but I'm going to think about all the different. So it was kind of like, yeah, it was like all the gears were going, and the mind was working, but I wasn't, I'd say, attacking the tasks associated with it, the same way I was before the card show.
So you were drained, but you guys technically started planning the next one almost immediately then.
Oh yeah, like it was like that night, kind of having a few drinks, we were kind of locking in. It wasn't kind of a will we do it again, it was like more so when are we doing the next one? How many are we going to do? Are we going to keep it to just Waterford? Like it well and truly kind of almost like a funnel, everything kind of all came together at once, and it was like, right, we've now done this. We like obviously kind of building up to the card show, you're kind of thinking over all these different things, you know. As a customer who's attending the card show, will we have the variety on offer? Will we have the vendors on offer? Will the vendors that we have a level of pricing that's fair and competitive to the community as well? Because for some people, it could be their first ever card show and they might not have any clue around pricing. So you're kind of worried about, like, say, that aspect. Then, say, from a vendor's perspective, it's, well, some of them could have travelled from anywhere in the country. And you want to make sure that if you are holding a show, well, you know, on one side, you're reasonable in the sense of what table costs and so on are in proportion to the setup and the organisation that goes into it, but also making sure that they get the footfall at their tables. Because ultimately, people are there to sell their cards and to sell the various products that they have. So you want to make sure that it's fair on both sides, you know. So it was only kind of after the card show when it was all done and like all the organisation and planning and structure that we kind of felt going into it the week over, like, right, we're in a good spot here, we're in a good spot. And it was afterwards, it was like, Jesus Christ, we're actually after doing that. Do you know what I mean? Like, we've actually just held our first card show. That's, you know, looking back a couple of months ago when we were sitting in the kitchen just having a few drinks and laughing over this, like, this is absolutely bizarre that this is where we are now. So it was kind of like, okay, if that's what we can do in the course of a couple of months, having never held a card show, what can we do over the next couple of months now that we have this bit of experience and kind of this bit of traction almost behind us, if that makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
So it was definitely kind of you know, you're advancing to the next stage if you're looking at it like a game kind of thing, where it was like, right now there's something new to look at.
Yeah, I'd imagine it's just.
Do you feel the need? Do you feel like do you feel pressure to make it better, or do you think, like, if it's not broke, don't fix it?
A bit of both. You know, like, I wanted to have the dancers and so on in the day and the fire breathers and stuff, but we said that'd probably be a little bit too high risk. But no, look, there's all these different bits and pieces that we kind of thought, well, we have this in and will we do this for a bit of crack? And I think ultimately, like, the purpose of it is give people opportunity and access to cards, and just do that in a way that's enjoyable, community based, fair. I think probably be another good way of putting it, and probably a little bit more spaced, where people have the luxury of doing it in a way they can enjoy it, as opposed to it being manic. So I think from a scale perspective, we probably like it to have a bit more space, just so that people, again, have that bit more space between themselves and so on, and so the vendors can really, really set out and everyone can have a look at tables. But ultimately, it is a case of, things went well. We know what bits we need to refine. We know what bits from a preparation perspective where we might have been double jobbing last year, or there's just a better way of doing it this year. Sorry, the dog is going absolutely nuts something outside.
It's all good.
But there's all these different bits and pieces where, like, look, the core of it ultimately is going to be the same. There's nothing that's going to change in that sense. But ideally, the different things that we implement over the next while, and then on the day of, should just lead to a more seamless experience for any attendees. But that is kind of, it's just like, we're really happy with how the last one went. Over the moon with the level of support that we got. So if we can just replicate that and just make it that little bit better each time.
Brilliant. Yeah. Go and get me tickets, so.
Crackin'Deano 25 for 25% off general admission. I can't keep on saying it,
I know,
It's a great deal.
You're going to jump on straight after the podcast, everyone.
Yeah, 100%.
I see a couple more people.
That's what Jimmy's doing at the moment. He's off getting a few tickets there now, so he's going.
It's just taking him so long because he can't work out the audio to hear.
He's scalping tickets.
Yeah, he's buying them all at 25% off and then selling them for like 80%.
I've seen him up in the Crystal Discord now later on for just 10% off. Like, the man is a genius. He's a genius.
Standing outside the venue day of. Handing out printouts of tickets.
Handing out
with
QR
the
codes.
Scarves and all as well.
Yeah. Hats, flags, and headbands.
See, and as well, sorry, just to go back to like the in between, then if you're to look at doing another location, and so let's say you do your two Waterfords and then another location, in a way you're kind of going back to the start, because you have a whole new venue to learn about, all the nitty-gritty down to the queuing again, the layout again, the structure again, whilst trying to maintain your current two Waterford shows. Like, it would be mental. It would be amazing, but you'd be 12 months a year just running a card show.
Yeah, and that is the thing as well. Is that, say, the goal of this is, I don't want to say it's a side piece, because I don't want to neglect or kind of take away from, I suppose, how important it is, say, to myself or to any of the lads who are involved. But ultimately, like, we all do still have day jobs. This is just something that we do as a way to influence and better the hobbies that we all enjoy taking part in. So there is that balance of, I do have my own job. I do have then,
sadly,
things going on in my own life. I do have my own partner and so on too. And sometimes I'm kind of like, oh, Rachel, the Pokemon cards again, and she's just like, yeah, again. So
yeah,
it's trying to make sure that you do have a balance of everything as well. Where we'd love to do 12 shows a year all across the country, and host them on the moon if we could. But time-wise, just making sure that things are a reality and stuff. There is, as you said there, it's like, when it comes down to a venue, it's not just some area has space. Because, like, actually, me and you had a chat around this last year as well, Dane, where we were looking at areas in different parts of the country.
Yeah.
And like, certain places are just written off in the sense of, well, is there a car park? No. Well, then you can't possibly have.
Yeah.
If you have a space that will hold, 100 tables, and you'll get somewhere in the realm of 50 to 80 vendors at them 100 tables. For 50 to 80 vendors, you'd expect as a vendor, I would imagine, to have somewhere in the realm of 500 to 750 people attending over the course of the day. Again, if you look at the scale of the Dublin Card Show, and they're 4,500 or so, you need to have parking there for probably 150, 200 people at any given, or 150 cars or so at any given time. So, like, the logistics aspect of it absolutely is one side of things, and like there's a couple of places where I'd love to do it there, but it's just, it's just going to be a complete no straight off the bat. Whereas that's where we were kind of lucky enough with the likes of Waterford and so on too. With the two lads being from Waterford, they knew the area, they knew the ins and outs, oh, well, look, there's this area 2 minutes down the road where you can park as well, and there's even down to what buses land where and where the train stations are.
Exactly.
It was stuff that we didn't need to put work into because it was just part of the overall experience that was there already. Which I know might sound silly, but when you're trying to look at the logistics of somewhere and try and figure out the bits and pieces of it, it can just be a pain in the arse.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't make it sound like a fun thing to do.
But shiny cardboard, shiny cardboard. That's the main part.
Yeah, I'd rather go into debt than do the hard work and do the other side of it.
I can imagine it's very fulfilling on the day. Do you know what I mean? Like you might have nerves or whatever going into the day, but as you're in the day, and then when you're reflecting on the day, you're like, well, that was well worth it.
It was like absolutely unbelievable. Like actually, I still have a friend on Pokemon Go from some kid who came up, and we given him a couple of free cards and stuff, and he was over the moon. So he came up to me towards the end of the day, and he was like, "Can I add you on Pokemon Go?" And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely, you can." But there was a couple of people on the Instagram and so on who'd been messaging and just asking questions about the show, and it's obviously a spot that's occupied a lot by people with various learning needs, and some of that can come along with, say, sensory difficulties and stuff too. So we had a lot of questions around that kind of on the day in terms of light and volume, when's going to be the best time to bring kids in and so on, and just making sure that you account kind of for that overall. And when you see then kind of afterwards, like people coming up then where you're like, I'd say to people like, look, well, what's your child's favorite Pokemon, or do they have any favorites? And you could get your usual, everyone loves a Charizard, and no one has just Charizards to give out of the collection. But you had like some people who just had really, really obscure favorites, like someone like the Garnacle, for example, or however you pronounce his name. But so I went through. I went through, my partner went through, and she was sorting through all the bulletins one, and just picked out cards of that Pokemon. So then on today, you might have a bundle of 2, 3, 4 hollow cards and a couple of common cards. But there's some kid whose day has been absolutely made, and they're absolutely over the moon. And it's like stuff like that, then you're kind of like, right, this is the real, feel good factor to it. This is the real enjoyment part of it is we all went off when we were kids and ripped packs, and I say played games. I've spent the entire day playing Fire Red. It feels like I'm 20 years younger. Just knees that aren't working as well anymore. But it's like it's just kind of bringing it back to all that and so on. And then when it's that show that you've done, and we can kind of look back and say, if we hadn't have done X, Y, and Z, that day wouldn't have happened, and that bit of enjoyment wouldn't have happened. And whatever kid got, like, someone opened the Phantasmal Flames Charizard at the show, then you will be delighted to know.
I actually think I remember that. Someone did.
Yeah,
didn't
and it was because it wasn't too long after the Ireland goal went in. For the hat-trick.
Yeah, that's right.
And the place went absolutely nuts. And it's like there's some kid now who, like, presume it was a kid, I'm pretty sure it was, who's going to have that in their head for the rest of their lives of, I was at the Crystal Card Show. Well, I probably know I was at the card show. I probably don't remember the specific of Crystal Card Show realistically. But I was at this card show at one point, and I pulled this Charizard, and the whole room erupted and went nuts. And that's because a group of lads were together in a room in Waterford back at the side. Let's have a card show. So stuff like that is just a real, like, kind of feel good, like full circle.
Yeah, it's nice.
Really enjoy doing this aspect of it. It makes the logistics side of it that bit more worthwhile. When it all actually comes together.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say so. Seeing things like that and watching such a cool event, like a whole day, all the interactions, the vendors having a good time, customers having a good time, kids having a good time. To be able to stand back, I'm sure at some point you got a little bit of a stand back and just looked at everything and was like, wow, we did this.
Oh yeah. Just embrace.
Like the feeling, like I can only imagine it's like when I finish a Lego set. I'm like, wow, I did that. Obviously on a different scale. But
Underplaying it slightly. Yeah.
But we worked on that and all the little nitty gritty things, all the little silly things, the wristbands, the queuing, just to be able to stand back and look at that and be like, wow, we did that.
That was it. It was kind of at the end of the day where, like, so we all had different bits and pieces that we were doing over the course of the day. Like, I didn't have to do anything to do with the doors because I was on the table, for example.
Yeah.
But I was going between the table to the mic and then obviously just liaising with people and so on and trying to chat to people. And as well as that, we're not just vendors, we're hosts. We're, trying to make sure that everyone is happy and so on. And if something isn't going right for someone and it's something that it's in our power to fix, well, we need to be on top of that and we need to be in communication with them and so on. So you're kind of non-stop the whole day. And it's like once I couldn't tell you how many half conversations I had, and I was halfway through a sentence that run off and someone else. And it was afterwards then once kind of like everyone had cleared out of the room and we were like, the last ones was making sure that everything was done. And when you just have that like that breath out and it feels like your shoulders just drop a little bit and it's like, oh, Jesus. That was like that all actually just happened. Because there's months of work that go into it at a time. I'm like planning and preparing everything, whether it's not just from a show perspective, but obviously it's the crystal show. So the crystal cards table has to be quite good, and we need to make sure that our stock is quite good and that we've got a nice variety of things, and there's a bit there for everyone to take a look at. So you're kind of busy on both sides and that side too. And then the day just goes by in 10 minutes. Like you blink and it's done. And so at the end of it, like, oh shit, that'll just. I won't course because PG-13 and so on. But
you're probably safe enough at this stage.
Whoosh, just moment.
Blink of an eye.
Yeah. So it's phenomenal. It's just absolutely. I tell everyone to run a card show. It's great crack. It's good buzz. But it really, like, when it comes to the end of it, it really, really, really is like, it's just like, be able to look back at it and just go, look, that was all there because we knew people and we liaised and we organised and we were looking up that this hotel is here. And at the end of it, it's like, right, now I'm definitely going to enjoy 8 to 12 points of Guinness.
Oh, yeah.
Because felt like they've actually really well been deserved.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like,
Guinness earned is beautiful.
Hard-earned Guinness. Yeah, sure.
Drinking that Guinness on Saturday now after the show, I was like, oh, you know what, that one was deserved, and then the next one was deserved, and then the next one was deserved, and there was a few more that were deserved as well. But I said, look, I'll know myself in the future.
But you know what? That's like everything you just talked about there is one of those kind of lessons of like taking a leap and like actually doing those things. You're like, you chat with your mates about, or you're sitting there having a laugh. Oh, wouldn't it be, great if we... And actually, similar to, I don't know if you haven't caught the podcast with the guys from Elite Four trading grading up the north. They were something similar. They were just friends online. We're chatting one night and just, let's set up a shop. And like you, they were one of that small group. So we're like, let's just do it. But the amount of ideas and chats that just... all these wild ideas that never actually happen. But you guys are an example of let's actually just do it. Let's actually just do it. Like for that to come true, like to be like, I can't imagine like sitting with my mates, the amount of mad ideas we've had. Like, I'd say the feeling of a bunch of friends making that happen, like it has to be unbelievable.
That's pretty sick.
The maddest thing of it is, like, say, like these bases and so on, like, I didn't know the lads until last April or May. Like, I'd never met them.
Yeah.
Never had any kind of interaction with them. We were just a group of strangers who, because we all have the same hobby, we got in contact online, and then because of that, I spiraled into a business, which spiraled into a card show. So it's absolutely nuts. Even like look back and say, I got invited to a Discord off the back of, I used to work with a girl and I saw her fella at the card show, and I messaged her and I was like, oh, was that your fella? Was at the show? I didn't realise that he collected cards. And she went, yeah, he said to join this group and sent me on the Discord link. I was like, so if I hadn't have, messaged her, would a lot of this kind of, I went around from that. Like, it was just so surreal to be like, right, this is something that we had as an idea, and this is something where, like, when we started talking at the start, and it was like, oh, well, in a couple of years we could be holding our own card show. And then it was kind of like a couple of hours later, we were like, right, so just to put the final finishing touches on it, it's going to be this, and this. Yeah, it was nothing even like, but outside of that, then the amount of ideas and different things, like there's certain things that we've had that we wanted to do, that we've set out to do, that we can actually say we've accomplished. But the amount of things then that we've set out and said, right, we'd love to do this, and this, the 1,000,006 different, I don't want to say just business ventures, because it's not all the ideas have been, say, purely economical, let's say, and like kind of business related. It's kind of more so then like community based and looking after the groups and looking after the community and stuff. But yeah, for all that just kind of happened from kind of chatting through in a kitchen at one point and just going like, oh, well, this could be cool and this would be deadly. And, you know, we have a group of a couple of hundred people here who chat and buy, sell and trade cards. And then to, right, well, now we have a physical location where people can buy, sell and trade cards. Yeah, it's just, it's absolutely mental. And kind of going to the card show and Vending at the card show then, the weekend, it was a kind of a real full circle moment to it all of, oh, that's a year on, you know, what does my life inside Pokemon look like? And if you hadn't told me that would happen over 5 years, I would have went, that's mad. For that little bit over the course of the last year is, yeah, it's just absolutely bizarre.
It's a credit though. It's fair play, like it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, very impressive. In fairness,
it's a beautiful thing.
I'd say I'm the one who's in front of us at the moment, but it's the other three lads as well. To be fair, the work that they put in, the stuff that they're doing non-stop is absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, on one side it'd be nice if I could get on and just go, no, do you know what? They're tree washers. They don't do a top. I do all the heavy lifting, but
but as a team, like
themselves.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but I'm the main part of the team, you know. Like, fall apart without me.
So why do you think I asked him? Actually, it's because the only guy I spoke to the most. maybe when we have the 6 month or 12-month checkup, maybe one or two of the other lads will join it on an episode. We couldn't let Dylan get in front of a camera ever again. After he gave away all our secrets around future card shows, and after he kept on talking about the 25% discount using the Crackin'Deano 25 code and event free. And then I also told him how to scalp the 25% discount to get him.
What was that about the discount? Is there a discount code?
Crackin'Deano 25. You might want to write it down there. You know, it's well, you might. I wouldn't even say write it down because you only actually have an hour and 41 minutes and a couple of seconds to use it, and then it's gone forever.
Hour
and 41 minutes to get 25% off your tickets to the Crystal Card Show in April. Crackin'Deano 25. The link to the ticket page is down below in the description. Now's your chance. Or else
you may as well just take out fibers and burn them, because you're doing the same thing by not picking them up at 25% off.
Yeah, you may as well be looking for the Charizard from Phantasmal Flames if you don't buy the tickets.
I thought we'd move faster.
No, sorry, I just caught Shane's comment in the corner of my eye. I won't read the whole thing out, but it meant a lot to me too, Shane, by the way, just so you know, when people come up to me like that, so I appreciate it. Also, if Phantom Pulls is not pulling my leg, I thought you might like the update, Dylan. Let me just confirm. Wolves 2.
I know. I have it on the top left of my screen. I have the score. I saw Wolves go 1-0. Then I ignored it for a while, and I've seen it go 2-1. And I've been
sorry, I was in the middle of talking there, John. If you don't mind, the final score was Wolves 2, Liverpool 1.
I was having such a nice time as well.
I've got some people I need to text.
Text and tell them about 25% off the Crystal Card Show.
Always be selling.
We don't stop.
Stop. Also, what are we at? Jeez, we're an hour and 47 minutes in. And to be fair, about an hour and 47, about an hour of that was Jimmy trying to get his audio working.
He's still trying to reconnect at the moment.
Probably. He's still there out with the aerial on the roof trying to get something.
It wasn't his mic at all.
Guys, we might open up to a few questions from the chat. I know we missed a good few, so if you want to start putting your questions in the chat, We might start throwing a couple at Dylan. Whilst people
I have
are...
one.
Oh, go ahead. I was going to abuse him, but you go ahead.
Did I see that you had a PSN 9 poncho?
That was on the Instagram page a while back. I believe it is it's the ninja one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, that is one of the owners. I will not say which one. It's not me. No, it's not me.
Damn.
Wish it was, but yeah,
What a card.
silly, absolutely silly. Yeah, I was like, oh, send me on some pictures for the Instagram, and he sent me on that, and I was like,
You messing?
I was taking pictures of my collection afterwards, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, have a look at my PSA 6 Lugia here.
Me going through me bull.
Yeah. I really like the hollow on this card, you know, it's a journey to get a Reshiram or something.
Yeah, sick
Oh,
card. Holy God.
Oh, it's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Actually, on that note, that's what are your favourite cards? What's the dream grail? Charizard and Phantasmal Flames.
The dream was the Fusion Gengar. I got it though, and I got it. Like that was my dream. At the moment, I really want the Sylveon actually from Evolving Skies. That's the next one.
Nice.
Grail though.
Sorry, Jack with the super chat. I appreciate that, Jack. And he is super chatting to find out our favourite cards. So good timing, Jack. We're discussing our favourite cards.
Perfect time,
right
yeah.
now.
I mean, the Gold Star Charizard's up there, isn't it? Really?
Phenomenal.
Nuts.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
When I come back in, it was Lugia Silver Tempest. But I got
Nice.
it. I got it.
Hold it.
3-pack blister from Aldi.
Up
I am
Aldi.
messing.
Swear to God. And it was could have been 2024, I want to say. Yeah, because the set had been out for a while. And it definitely wasn't on shelves. We were into Scarlet and Violet. And Aldi went through a little phase of 3-pack blisters. And I had done a video, but the video was based on, like, I don't know, Stellar Crown or something mad. And I just happened to have a couple of 3-pack blisters that I bought from Aldi. Ripped it. Unreal.
Couldn't tell you how much Silver Tempest I ripped. I'm a huge Lugia fan. It's like it's my favourite Pokemon. So I have got my Silver Tempest booster box here at the side of I'm at my desk, and I have to, you know, a bit of work when you're trying to remind yourself what you're doing it all for. And I'm like, it's for the Silver Tempest Lugia in a 10.
Someday.
It's in that box that you have.
Do you not think I've been telling myself that for the last couple of months?
You know what's mad, Dylan, right? And this is actual genuine. People have ripped packs on the podcast before, and without fail, they have hit big every time.
Have they? Yeah.
That's a fact.
You must not have sent my packs out with my care package in that case. Then, do you know what I mean? Everyone else getting looked after. No, after me Death Revivals escapade last week, the Sears collection it's safe for a while. Not too long now, but it's safe for a few.
You're a strong man.
That's why the Sears collection isn't looking as good as it could be.
Right, there's a couple of questions coming in. Before they do, I just want to hurl a little bit of abuse your way. So, at the last Crystal Card Show, the inaugural Crystal Card Show, a certain person who makes YouTube videos decided to do a wonderful challenge where they open as many packs as they could from all the vendors and give away all the hits. And he went to the hosts of the show and got absolutely roasted. Do you remember that?
No. He got a few free packs and then he got roasted, okay? We'll try and make ourselves look a little bit better here.
I'll give you that. You did throw in a few packs.
You can't judge the hits, you can only judge the packs. Which
never made it to the winner because there was nothing in them. But still, we do appreciate the sentiment behind a couple of free packs.
It was tough. I was watching you pull them and I was just like, and I think that was the one where we were like on a hollow, whatever it is. We're like, yes, this card's the set. Like true gritted teeth, like, yeah. I really love an item full art. This is the best thing. This is my chase for the set. Woo. Inside, just pulling back tears.
To go, go up to someone after that and be like, "Here, I won all these for you." It's like
just punch you in the throat. Just to get
Arvin's sandwich hollow. I did the same challenge Irish card market, and I went Senpai Collector. I opened Mega Brave and pulled a Venusaur SAR for someone, so went better second time around. Went better. It's a fun challenge. I'll do it again.
Well, at the Crystal Card Show, I will give you a couple of free packs, and if you pull nothing,
I'm barred.
Pick out better free packs. Like, pick out better packs in future. You know, there's only so much
so
we can do.
It's my fault. All right.
If he was opening up for himself, it'd be serious.
Yeah, probably actually. I don't know. In the pub the other night, I got absolutely mauled.
You were smoked.
I was sitting there after being vending for the whole day, and I was looking around going, I wonder who's selling packs of Pokemon cards, because I have none and I really want to open some.
Yeah.
There was some fire pulled, but I didn't.
For the amount of packs that was opened after the Dublin Card Show, it was not great.
Absolutely insane.
Only for the simplified Chinese packs hitting for us.
Yeah.
There was nothing.
Was nothing, but I noticed that as well. Even people open them, because like whenever someone comes up and buys loose packs off us, I'll always ask them, "Look, are you opening them here? Are you bringing them home?" And if they're saying they're opening them there, it's like, well, if you pull something nice, come back over to me, because I'll give you a sleeve and I'll give you a top loader. And we've had it before, where kids are pulling like the Mega Lucario SAR and stuff, and there's some really really nice cards, and they come over and they're buzzing and they're like, "Yeah, I pull this." Nobody pulled a single thing on Saturday, and then we only had all English stock. We had no Japanese with us, and didn't seem to be a single thing.
Just wasn't in the air. Wasn't in the air.
Yeah, it was.
No.
All right, let's a couple of questions are built up. Let's go. What have we got? All right, we got Culture TCG. Biggest Pokemon hot take.
Biggest Pokemon hot take.
There's been a couple of dodgy ones of these before on the podcast, so be careful.
Yeah. Like, I don't know which one. Like, I don't know if someone would qualify as a hot take. Johto is the best region in Pokemon. It's going to be. I don't know if that's in any way worthwhile to even say, because it's just such an obvious answer.
I think it rhymes with the best one, all right, but.
Oh boy. I mean, listen, that's not the hottest. There's definitely people that will agree with you. It will definitely be a minority. But
Squirtle is the best Kanto starter and the best starter of any Pokemon.
Purely because of Brock?
No, purely because he's Squirtle.
Yeah, fair. Legend. It's just it makes the first gym so easy, doesn't it?
Yeah, but Surge, and I actually only beat Surge earlier last night. He makes you work for it then,
Yeah, fair. Comes back.
I definitely think the Johto is a more hotter take than the Squirtle. I think a lot of people would pick Squirtle.
Dane wants an argument here on the chat. That's what he's looking for.
Dane's looking for a player. United are still shite there.
Well, I literally just looked at the most recent message and the word is just wrong. So
it's weird. I'm just getting those notifications for refunds for tickets for the Crystal Card Show.
They must have bought the normal tickets and now they're going to use Crackin'Deano 25.
Before people get the pitchforks out, Phantom Pulls, why is Lugia your favourite Pokemon?
I loved the movie when I was a kid, and then weirdly enough, actually, we're clearing up my nanny's house at the moment, and one of the oaks that I have for my nanny's is a lunchbox that she got me when I was a kid, and it has like Lugia and everything, all kind of the Pokemon from the movie 2000 and Johto on the front of it. So I still have that now. The colour on it is completely gone, but it looks really, really, really cool.
Nice sentiment.
So I've always kind of like had that on one side. But I always just loved the Pokemon and loved the movie. It's one of my favourite Pokemon movie. And then, just when I got back into collecting cards, I was kind of picking out different things that I wanted to collect. So one of them then was I wanted to get the Neo Genesis Lugia. That was like my my grail. So when I was going to the card show last year, I was like, Rachel, if I can find this is going to be unbelievable. I'll never forget. I just heard her roar, and she's like, Dylan, they have it in the PSA 3 over here. And I took off like the road runner. I was like, a PSA 3, you are talking to me here. Like, this couldn't have went any better. It's affordable, deadly. Yeah. So yeah, I've always just wanted to collect like then Lugia cards once I kind of got back into buying singles and kind of collecting cards in full. And then just always loved it from like Soul Silver would have started off playing with the like Fire Red, Sapphire, and so on. And then the DS game Soul Silver would have been my favourite of them.
Fair enough. We've got Bran.
You're younger than us.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you're younger than us.
Just a little bit. That's what I mean. The hairline is elusive, we'll say.
Yeah, I'm not going to say way younger. I'm still in like my mid-20s to mid-30s. Like I'm.
I can say that and actually mean it. Man, that's the thing.
I am in my mid-20s to mid-30s. Right, that's not wrong.
Yeah, and if it was a scale, which side of it would you be tipping on?
Next question. All right, we do have Pokebran, Brand the Man. Look at this. I think he's doing this on purpose. His name is @BrandTheMan95. Is he trying to like get in on this age battle by putting in the year that he was born?
Older than me, Bran, I will say.
Oh, Len, get out of here, Bran. You come into mine mid-20s to mid-30s. Would you make a vlog on setting up the show and what goes into
it? Honestly, probably not. But that's like the video aspect of things isn't a side of it that I'm great with, I will say, in the sense of just being consistent and doing a lot of it. But I think having kind of a behind the scenes bit of a video with some of the bits and pieces of the day is definitely something that we can arrange. Like there's a lot, obviously, say from an arrangement perspective that is quite boring. You know, it'd just be like, hi guys, today we sent off another email. We will wait 24 to 48 hours for a response. But I do think like something of the day of, like kind of seeing the show before the show, set up, chatting to people would be quite cool. But that's kind of the only, like that's the only thing that would actually be worthwhile to watch, to be honest.
Yeah, something like even if you were going around when people were setting up and just having like a quick word with vendors or a quick chat amongst yourselves about how everything went there. Yeah, I suppose it would be cool to see something like that actually.
Yeah, it's just like I think in terms of the actual like setup of the show, like if you think in terms of the going through like what would actually entail like conversations with the hotel in terms of what they allow for. There's nothing really too entertaining in that. Just liaising with vendors and stuff and who wants what tables. It's not really in that. But I think the actual day of like just seeing kind of the before, during, and after. I haven't seen it now in person. It is all pretty cool to see in action.
Whoa, sorry, my thing.
No need for that, Kai. By the way, no need for that comment, Kai. No need for it.
What did Kai say? I've gone back up to get questions. What did Kai say?
All are old.
Kai, I'll ban you.
I can't disagree.
I'll put like a 10-second suspension on you, Kai. Right, give me a second. Conrad is messing with asking how much stuff is for the show. I would say shoot a DM on that one, Conrad, to be on the safe side. He's asking about like how much is the vend and stuff like that.
Yep, pop it to the DM or message me on the Instagram, and I will come back to you quite quick.
Yeah, and if you're vending at the show, Crackin'Deano25 works there as well. Joke. Don't use that.
It's not a joke. There's an hour and 25 minutes left on that code.
Not for vending. Not for vending.
Oh yeah, if you use the Crackin'Deano code, you actually have to pay an extra 25. Would you believe when it comes to vending?
Oh dear. Right, there was a couple more questions there. Give me a second. Love the Neo Japanese Lugia. Yeah, Conrad's a big Lugia fan too. Oh my god. Sorry, Pokebundles just gifted 20 memberships.
Went mad.
Tony.
Went mad.
Tony, 20 memberships. Oh my god. Tony. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Guys, everybody please thank Tony in the chat for gifting 20 memberships. Oh my god. Thank you, Tony. Oh god. No one's asking questions because they're all blown away by Tony giving everyone memberships.
But if anyone's question is tickets on sale for the Crystal Card Show, they are, and you will get 25% off with Crackin'Deano 25.
I'm going to put it in the chat right now.
That
Crackin'Deano
code
25.
again is Crackin'Deano
Boom.
25.
What was that code, Ron?
Crackin'Deano 25.
Is that right?
That's why your
That's what it is.
sleep paralysis Stephen is going to be saying now tonight.
My wife will wake me up because I'm snoring. Crackin'Deano 25. All right, guys. If you've got any final questions, pop them in. We've held on to Dylan for just over 2 hours now.
But thankfully, it stopped me watching that Liverpool game. So thank you very much for having me for that shit show.
Just need
That's
United
fair,
to do the
yeah.
business now. Dear. No, Tony, I appreciate that. That's more than generous of you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Sound. So sound.
Yeah, if we've no other questions, do you guys have anything else you'd like to talk about or run through before we maybe wrap it up?
No, I think we covered a fair bit.
Yeah.
It's because I went off on a couple of tangents, and I have a tendency to talk, which is why I think the lads like having me on the table when it comes to a show.
It's fair. It's
I love it.
something you need.
Exactly what we need here.
Something you need. Actually, coming in at the last, what's it called? The 11th hour. That's it. Coming at the 11th hour, we have Conrad. Best pack pull to date.
Oh, so I've got an old story and I've got a new story. The new one, obviously more recent, was bought a load of Black Bolt and White Flare on release, went down, collected it with herself. When we were there, she was like, oh, do you want anything else? And we were like, oh, give us 2 mini tins as well. So opened the mini tins first, pulled the monochrome Zekrom from that. So it was over the moon with it because it was like one of the chase cards that I really wanted. Pulled pretty much nothing else from the rest of the packs, but it didn't matter because I got the main one.
Yes.
So that'd probably be my recent, or else I pulled I pulled 2. I was heading out to Athlone for a friend's 30th and we missed our train, so stopped off in Easton's and got 2 151 booster bundles, and I opened one for me, kept the other one for your man for his 30th. And I pulled the Charizard SIR, and he pulled the Venusaur EX regular, so it was like, that was it.
You took the right one.
I was happy out. He was fuming. And the one that got away is it's my trauma moment. I was heading down to the Alta years ago for a birthday party when I was a kid. And on the way down, we stopped off and I got a pack of like playset cards. And I'll never forget, I pulled a Blastoise from it. And I was absolutely over the moon. And we put it in the, like, left it in the car anyway, went into the thing and went into the party. And I never saw it again. I have no idea where that card went. And it's still like, I'm like still adamant of the fact that I know whose birthday party I was going to. I'm still friends with him, still talk to him to this day. And I can't remember if it's a fever dream or if it actually happened. But yeah, it's traumatized me ever since. It's never left me.
Jesus. And some crack in the car or something.
And I'm still sitting there thinking, like, you know what, there's a 96 SO Nissan Micra. Like, someone is going to buy one of them one day and find a mildew covered PSA -6 contender. And it's going to be the best purchase of their life.
100%. That's devastating. Oh,
Should have been a selling point to when your elbow was selling the car.
yeah, potentially.
He got rid of it quite quick, actually, now that you say that. I must give him a ring.
All right. I like this. A very good question. It's actually more of a piece of advice. So King Dola says, "Cop on and rip the Destined Rivals box beside you."
So that is actually my little brother, and he says that while he has about 10 Destined Rivals booster boxes and he wouldn't rip a single pack. So if you wouldn't mind me taking it just a little bit less PG-13, Dane, but do it first, you little bitch. But
we did get confirmation that Amber's in bed, so you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
I figured, like, look, at 20 to 11, if you're still up watching the telly at this point, do you know what I mean? You have bigger concerns than the occasional off-color word. But yeah, when I see Dean rip open a few of his own packs, then I'll be a bit more inclined to rip open a few of mine. I'll say,
No. We don't do that. We don't do that. We don't. I actually don't have that in here anyway, so I couldn't even have.
I actually meant that. King Dola, his name is also Dean. That's my little brother.
Oh, is it?
I was thinking that.
Okay.
Actually. I was thinking that.
I don't need you pulling the Charizard on stream, Dean. That'll break me
Yeah,
heart.
no, I actually couldn't cope. To be honest,
I could just show you the one I have. Just.
I'm sure it's really nice.
Yeah, it's lovely. Yeah, post it to me actually so I can get a closer look at it.
Yeah,
will you?
there's an
Do you want me
awful lot of
to,
white.
do you want me to
colours.
hold it up beside the Lugia from Silver Tempest like that?
Yeah,
Send the two of them on to me and I'll compare them against the two that I have here.
they're both-
If my ones are better, I'll keep them all.
Fair.
yeah, they're both
fair,
full of
yeah.
white and on the back.
No
Big
bother.
time.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's rotten in bits. The big crease line and all that you were showing me. Yeah, that one. Foxy. I wouldn't even want it personally.
No,
Collectormon, if you could choose one dessert, what would it be? Is this like an inside joke? Is there something weird behind this?
No, so that's actually the founder of Crystal who wouldn't jump on himself. Do you know what I mean? Part of the inside joke is I'm a very big fan of almond fingers. They are, in my opinion, the greatest snack that anyone can ever have. But if it was going to be one dessert and one dessert only, it would probably be some form of cheesecake or a tiramisu.
Oh, yeah.
Bailey's cheesecake or
Oh, baby. Now we're talking. Profiteroles.
Oh, man. Stop. I'm ready to lose a foot of diabetes over here. Like,
Right, but where we are, there's a hotel, and they used to do a Sunday dinner, but it was like buffet style, right? So you pay like 40 quid and just go until you roll out the door. And at the dessert table, I'm not joking, just like a big like bowl, just full of
Ferrero Rocher
profiteroles.
style.
Oh yeah, but it was just profiteroles. So you would just go up and just profiterole. Lads,
did you just take the plate?
they don't
I was going to say, just take the whole bowl and go, yeah.
I'll
thanks.
put 3 on the plate, leave the plate there for the 3.
You must be feeling generous leaving 3 anyway.
I was like, all right, fine. I pulled the Charizard. The least I can do is get back to.
Yeah.
Sorry, just so you know, Conrad cards on the chat. Are you familiar with Conrad?
I am.
Are you familiar with his Charizard story?
I'm not.
Okay, so he was streaming on Whatnot a while back, and he was giving away packs. And he gave away a pack of Phantasmal, but he ripped it for the person, and it was the SIR Charizard. But then he gave away a second pack, and it was the gold Charizard back to back. He pulled the SIR and the gold Charizard back to back, but they were to give
I
away
did
to
not
someone.
know that.
Conrad, you fancy doing another giveaway by any chance? Because I'm kind of made.
And so now anytime he annoys me, I just send him a picture of my Charizard.
And you're inviting trouble on yourself.
You can't, I know.
Conrad, my
I know.
condolences.
It is bad form. Not, but like he could have packed in Whatnot and just took them, but he did send them out. Which, you know, there's
Good
people
man.
out there, and we know there's people out there that would have done the opposite. So
that was definitely torture.
Yeah.
something will come back to him. Something will come back to him. You know.
Jesus, that's rough.
Do you know what?
Start opening the Ascended Heroes because of the God pack on the way here.
Yeah, or you might get like 25% off the Crystal Card Show. You know what I mean?
How though?
Oh, Crackin'Deano 25.
Can they use that tomorrow, the next day?
They can use it for another hour, 15 minutes, and
Ooh.
a number of seconds.
There you go, Conrad. That's your award for the Charizard. I mean, doesn't get much better than that. You ain't gonna, you know.
And there was actually a Charizard pulled at the last Crystal Card Show, so do you know what I mean? Bring your base set boosters.
There you
Easy
go.
work.
For your base set boosters. Oh boy. Alright guys, we're going on. We're nearly 2 hours and 15 minutes in. I think we'll maybe call it a night there, and we'll let people get ready for work and school in the morning.
And let people avail of the last hour and 15 minutes of the discount code. Then come on,
Oh.
that's the more important piece.
That's it. And I
Yes.
don't know how wide we can blast it. Like, Dylan's kind of doing this as a thank you to the viewers, and he's done it in his Discord. But there's nothing stopping people talk. Just saying.
Spread the word.
Just saying.
I'm just saying.
Show sellout tonight.
That code will only be passed on by me to members who are watching the Crackin'Deano podcast. What they choose to do with that information is entirely up to themselves. If they want to tell their friends, family members, local guard, whoever it might be, they're more than welcome to do so.
We're all going to get off this, and just my Instagram is just going to be full of the code. I will say, Dylan, again, that's a very generous discount
Very
code.
cool, yeah.
So thank you for sharing that with everybody who's watching. Very kind of you.
Thank you very much for having me.
No, listen, that was a great chat. I had a blast chatting with you and
A1, yeah.
learning about the entire Crystal Cards community, the card show, the vending, yourself. It's been a pleasure. It's great having you on.
It has been a great bit of buzz. It's a very, very quick. Didn't think it was 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Nice.
But yeah, it was a long time coming as well. Then obviously it took us a while to finalise. So great to be here. Thank you very, very much for having me. And thank you for saving me having to watch Liverpool, because probably made the night that bit better.
You're all good. All good. Guys, a round of applause in the chat. I want to see claps everywhere in the chat for Dylan. Very much
Fair play,
enjoyed
Dylan.
that
Fair
podcast.
play.
Dylan, hang on after for a moment as well. We'll catch you in the room. Guys, as well, don't forget, Ron also had that quick announcement at the start. Ron, there's a post on your page, I believe, is there? Is that up now?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
In due course. It's solely exclusive to this podcast right now. So if anyone wants to pass it on, they can, but I'll do something in the next couple of days.
Give the people a quick reminder of what your...
Yeah, so it's for 3% off site-wide on anything you order with candycards.eu. The code is RonCollects3. And yeah, work away. Let me know what you order. Be grateful to see. Hopefully it's, hopefully you pull some massive hits and Charizards for yourselves out of it. But yeah, that's it.
Guys, name another podcast where you get a total of 28% off shows and product. Just doesn't happen anywhere else. It might do outside of Ireland, but not in Ireland. Doesn't happen anywhere else. All right, guys, we'll leave it there. Listen to the chat. Thank you so much for joining in, having a laugh, putting in your questions, putting in your silly comments, continuing the weekly beautiful comedy on Jimmy's audio. Long may it continue. Guys, have a good one, and we'll see you all in